Hi, I'm David Charney from eLearningLocker.com. I thought it'd be fun to take a look at my most popular storyline project. It's not exactly e-learning, but, well, maybe it is. I'll let you decide. It's called Slap Will. So a little bit of background. My beautiful wife has this on-again, off-again love-hate relationship with the soap opera Days of Our Lives. A couple of years ago, anyone and everyone that watched the show wanted to do one thing, and that is to slap Will. Why, you might ask? It's simple. Will was married to a guy named Sonny. But when Paul, an amazing baseball player, shows up to Salem, Illinois, Will, who writes magazine articles, thought he'd get a really good lead by having a bit of a fling with Paul. Now, Sonny, Will's husband, was actually engaged to Paul, but Sonny hasn't seen Paul since they broke up a long time ago, and Sonny doesn't know Paul's in town, and Paul doesn't know Sonny's in town. And of course, Paul doesn't know Sonny's married to Will. He doesn't even know Will's married at all. Well, Sonny and Paul figure it out. And the anger for Will builds because he won't take any responsibility for what he's done. Well, Will doesn't think anything's his fault, so this is kind of your fault, Will. Anyway, anyone watching the show had this anger that was building and building and building. They really wanted to slap Will. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. I never watched the show. Anyway, finally Sonny's mother confronts Will and slaps him into the next episode. And that's when my wife said, "Oh, I wish I could have slapped him." I thought about it for a second, and then I looked at her and I said, "Give me 30 minutes and you will be able to." So, like you do, I found a clip, I loaded up Storyline, and I put this together, and this is slapwill.com. Pretty simple. You just click the hand, you drag it towards Will's face. Whenever you want it to make contact, you have slapped Will. Now, having built this pretty quickly, I was surprised by how it took off. Apparently, a lot of people wanted to slap Will. I had a bandwidth overload in just a couple days, so I had too many people visiting the site. I had to move it to a different server. I started seeing slapwill.com mentioned in several soap opera magazine articles, and then forums, and the traffic just got bigger and bigger and bigger, aka a lot of Will slappers out there. I also had Google Analytics on the site, and I could actually see spikes due to the number of slaps and correlate that with how annoying he was on any given episode, which my wife could confirm. The storyline file is also pretty simple. I just have a title on the base layer, a little bit of the background. On the Will pre-slap layer, we've got just a couple of things. We've got the video. This is him pre-slapped. We've got a little hot spot here, and we've got the hand. On the layer triggers, I've got a hide this layer when the timeline ends, and then a show this layer when the timeline ends. That'll kind of loop it, so it'll just kind of keep looping through the video until you actually slap him. And then I've got a show layer Will slap. So I'm going to show this layer when this object here, this hand, is over this hot spot here. And then finally I want to hide this whole layer when that slap actually does occur. That takes us to the Will slap layer. This is the video of Will getting slapped, as you can tell from the first frame of that video. When that gets to the end, this box will fade in, and that box will kind of fill in this blank spot here on the side, on the left side, and then this slap Will again button comes up. You can click that, and it will start over this storyline project. Now, since I built this, of course, Will was murdered by a serial killer, and so the slaps have fallen off considerably. But still to this day, and every single day, people go to the site, slap Will, view the storyline project, and hopefully reduce their anger and anxiety and stress a bit. If you like this video, you can subscribe and check out eLearningLocker.com. Happy learning! Sonny and Paul figured out that he cheated on Sonny with Paul. Right, yeah.